What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode. As always, I am super grateful for you to be joining me here today. Now, if you are loving the podcast, if you want to hear more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you are the first to know when I drop a little hard words with Henny, a lot of heart, or just a good old yap and your friend in the head, just having the words that you need today. Now, today's conversation is about something that is a hard words with Henny. But I hope that this conversation will stick with you a lifetime. And if it doesn't, I hope that you keep on listening to it until it is so deeply ingrained in your head that all you can think about is my hard words with Henny in your heart, in your head, in every fiber of your being, but most of all, so that you are taking action. Today, we are going to talk about the most toxic relationship of them all. Girl, you need to put your fucking phone down. And this is going to be one of those conversations, but this is going to be one of those conversations that, girl, you need to be listening to. Now, this is something that I have struggled myself for an extended period of time, and I have seen many, many women deal with, spoken to them with, pushed through week after week after week. And this is maybe one of the biggest denials, which is a long river and a lot of ladies paddling up. And it's that phone addiction. And the phone addiction is by far one of the biggest addictions in the whole entire planet. And as a society, as a generation, we are obsessed with our phones. We are obsessed with the dopamine hit that we get from social media. And we are obsessed with looking and dealing with anything else under the sun except for our own life and our own responsibilities. And today, this is that conversation that you need to start deeply understanding the why of your addiction. And I don't think people think about the why of their addictions enough, and whether that is a phone addiction, whether that is an alcohol addiction, whether that is a food addiction, whether it is an addiction to misery, whatever your addiction is, most people just want to figure out what the fix can be and what the quick fix can be, instead of actually doing the work to deeply understand. And when I think about the GLP-1 drugs coming out and how desperate people are for the quick fix of fat loss. When I think about the enormous amount of apps that are now out to block you from doing apps because people don't have the self-control. And when I think about the forms of escapism that people are doing constantly, it proves over and over again that humans don't actually want to do the work. And I work deeply with women in terms of putting in the work to deeply understand themselves and understand the why I'm doing it. And I often like to think to myself as a bit of a mirror, because I pick up the mirror and I make people look at the why of why they're doing things. So instead of just masking it, instead of shaming clients for not necessarily like being perfect or, not necessarily getting it right the first time, I never go down that avenue. I never think in that mind or that mindset. And I just push back with the why and the understanding of, but why are we doing this? And what is it that we're trying to do to escape? Now, with social media in particular, because that's what today's topic is about, obviously, if you've got other things that are going on that you know are your level of escapism, talk with someone. Don't try and deal with it yourself. Talk to me, message me if you're a client that's going through it. And but with social media in particular, the majority of time is that people are using social media as an escapism from their own lives. And generally, for most people, like obviously this isn't everybody, but it's coming from a place of sadness. It's coming from a place of unhappiness with their life. And it's coming from a place of unalignment. Unalignment. That sounds weird word to say. Unalignment. I think I added a little D in there. Sorry about that. Clearly need some more caffeine. But if it's coming from one of these places, then it's easy to start understanding and to pick up the cues. So what you'll notice is the doom scroll, the spiral of hell that you go through on social media is probably directly connected to something that you're avoiding. And hand on heart, I definitely still do it. I'm not perfect in any whatsoever shape or form. But when I started understanding why I was doing it better, it was easy to detach from it. Now, if you are not happy in your body at the moment, if you are not happy in your relationships, in your mind, in the way that you are showing up in your work or any of these things, instead of actually facing the things that you're dealing with, you will use social media to escape from doing the actions that you and I both know that you need to be doing. And you'll go into this vicious cycle, and you will go there seeking for dopamine and for validation, and you might be seeking some inspiration, some education, but mostly to get out of your own thoughts for a second and submerge it. And think about when you're scrolling on social media, how much you submerge over that time. You're looking at kittens, to someone tragically having the loss of someone, to someone doing a powerlifting competition, to like makeup, hair and beauty, to the news and extreme situations of natural disaster. And you're scrolling through, yeah, and you're rapidly scrolling through, because most people have got less than a 0.3 of a second attention span. We're talking goldfish level, flicking through, consuming, desperately seeking dopamine. You were desperately seeking dopamine. And it's this addiction. It's like alcohol, it's like drugs, where you're desperately looking for a feeling. And when you're in there and you're in this cycle and you're not getting that feeling, that's when you get into that doom scroll. So you are constantly looking, and you're not getting that feeling. So you keep on going further and further to something will circuit break it, whether that's a person, or you have to get back into work, or like you kind of just get to a point. And not only will you not get the dopamine fix that you were seeking, which could have either come from content, or if you're looking for likes or comments or messages or engagement with your content, with a rapid decline of emotions. So majority of people will go into social media feeling already not good. They might get a little baby spike of dopamine, and then they get a rapid crash afterwards of remorse and sadness and frustration with themselves, that they're like, I'm so frustrated, I can't get off social media, I'm addicted to it. And then they go on this shame spiral. Now, it's super interesting when you start thinking of it from a logical standpoint, that if I actually understood myself a little bit better, I would understand what I'm trying to escape for and what I'm looking for. Now, one of the biggest things that people are using social media to escape from is doing the hard work of the things that they know that they need to be doing. And it could be, if you're on a fat loss goal, that you need to go and exercise, and so you're avoiding doing the hard. It could be that you need to do something like post on social media for your business page, but you're so afraid of the rejection, so that you just doom scroll instead. And then you say, I've got no time to post on my Instagram page because I was busy. And it might be that, you need to educate, you need to study because you want to get out of your shitty job, but you're afraid about starting something new and not being successful out of it. So you just doom scroll and say you've got no time. And so there's going to be different things that every person is avoiding in life and not actually taking responsibility of, so that they can easily say to themselves and justify to themselves and to other people, while they're not moving towards their goals, that I had no time. And when I hear people giving me the bullshit excuse of I have no time, and I have had no time to do this, and I've had no time to make my goals a reality, and I've had no time, I'm sorry, show me your phone. Show me your screen time. Show me your phone right now. Pass it over. Pass me your phone. And I would guarantee you, majority of people's screen times would be like 3 hours, 4 hours, 5, 6, more. And so my question back to you is, you've got no time, but you've got time to spend 6 hours, almost 50% of your day, on your phone. I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really see that as a legitimate excuse. And so if you looked at the time that you're wasting on social media, and you think about, okay, if I actually use that time towards working towards my goals, whether that was my body goals, whether that was my business goals, whether that was my mindset goals, whatever it is, instead of actually avoiding the things that are hard and that are going to make me feel uncomfortable, because I don't like being uncomfortable, if I actually faced on doing my hards, put my goddamn phone down, stepped away and did it, how much better I would feel in my days, and how much the needle would be moving forward, and how rapidly the needle would be moving forward, towards my life. And this beautiful, abundant, incredible life that you deserve, you so fucking desperately deserve, is within reach. It's so fucking within reach for you. But all it's going to take is you putting down your phone, taking a little breath and saying, what am I trying to escape right now? When I'm doom scrolling right now, what am I trying to escape? And all it takes is one moment, one circuit breaker moment. And this is why the apps are really good. And if you are really struggling with an addiction, like I said before, get help. This is a form of getting help. What is it stopping me at? And for instance, the OneSec app, what happens is it comes up and the screen will come up and then it slowly loads down and then it will ask you, do you want to go on social media right now? And a little circuit breaker is all you need. You just need to stop the loop. And so you have that little circuit breaker. You ask yourself the question, what am I trying to escape right now? Or what am I trying to do? And then you make a decision in that moment of, do I want to go on social media and escape it? Or do I want to do the one hard thing that's going to do it? Now, what I would recommend is if you are working on pushing through and trying to get through the hards, is for instance, if you're avoiding exercise, say, right, I'm just going to do 10-minute workout. Okay, cool. We're going to do a 10-minute workout, or I'm going to do 10 minutes of study, or I'm going to spend 10 minutes and post an Instagram post and I'm just going to do it on my Instagram stories, but still get myself out there, whatever it's going to be. And remove the idea that it has to be an extended period of time or long amounts of time towards working towards your goals, and really take it down into a little bite-sized chunk and make it an achievable target for you to do. Yeah. And breaking the relationship, like I said before, so the phone, social media is the cheating, lying ex that just keeps on apologizing, coming back, and you keep on taking back. It's the shitty friend that you compensate for, and they do all of this bullshit stuff, and you still take them back as a friend. It's the relationship, the family member who just is just so foul, honestly, but they're blood, and so you're like, oh, fine, I'll take him back again. We'll let him get away with it again. It's a shitty, toxic relationship. And for 2025, we're wrapping it up. 2026 is the year of none of this toxic bullshit. And so your toxic relationship, the worst one of them all, is by far your one with your phone. And once you put that phone down and start taking action, these little micro tugs of action that you do, I kid you not, your life will rapidly start moving, because not only will you prove to yourself that you can keep promises and follow through on those promises, but you'll be moving that needle every single day, 1% better, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little further. And before you know it, those incredibly hard things that you had put in your head as such hard things that are too difficult, I can't do this, won't be such hard things. And then you'll be at your ceiling, and then we'll be at the next level of life. But that's the beautiful part of it. So on this absolutely glorious day, this is your reminder. This is your wake up call to put that fucking phone down. Immediately put that phone down, get up off of your ass, and start living life to the fullest. That's the most important part of this glorious day. Fine, you can listen to a podcast, but in general, if you're avoiding something right now and you're listening to this podcast because you're avoiding doing something, go do the something. Once you've listened to this podcast, once you've given a little share on your Instagram story, once you have liked it or sent me a message afterwards, then you can go. Then you can go and do all of the hard things that you've been avoiding. Move your body in a positive way. Start that course that you've been putting it off. Post on social media. Post the damn photo. And just get yourself out there and get yourself into the game. Guys, you got this. This is your reminder that you can do the hard things and you can break up with this shitty relationship because you are worthy and deserving of your goals becoming a reality. And it is you who has to take control of your circumstances. No, we don't all have the same 24 hours in the day, but we do have the option to optimize the time that we have. And if you've got half an hour to spare for a day, you can do amazing things. If you've got hours to spend per day, you can do fucking incredible things. You can be 10xing your life really, really rapidly. And if you've got all day and you're a lady of fucking leisure and you're swanning around, sis, we should not be having this conversation. Find your purpose, find your driving reason why, and actively pursue it in every fiber of your being. That's what you need to do today. Thank you for joining me on the podcast. I hope you guys love this episode as much as I love talking about it. And for my dopamine addiction queens, time to put that phone down and start living that life. I'll speak to you guys in the next episode. Bye.